Well, the AI conversation that we've had many a time here on the show, it's not going anywhere because it really is, affecting many different aspects of many different people's lives.
Including relationships, because some people are now using AI or using ChatGPT as a de facto marriage counselor, or at least like a marriage referee for when they are maybe disagreeing about something. So listen to this information here. More people are turning to AI like ChatGPT instead of couples therapy. I'm guessing because it's much cheaper.
Sure.
Some spouses are using AI to write breakup messages or ghost write arguments, venting to bots late at night instead of to their partner.
Oh no.
Pasting transcripts of a fight into AI for validation, or relying on it for emotional support that they're not getting at home. Now, AI says this AI meddling is growing, but they warn it's risky. You don't say.
I don't want.
AI can't fully understand the context or nuance. It also doesn't know if you've been leaving out significant pieces of information. And it often just mirrors patterns from its training data, which can make people feel right even when they're not. So what do you say?
I can't imagine if I were in a disagreement and I put it into ChatGPT and the next day I'm like, so I put our conversation into ChatGPT and guess what? AI sides with me. Or like if somebody came to me with that same argument, I'd be like, you what? I feel like this is extremely dangerous for our communication skills, like as humans, because I know that it's not uncommon for younger people. Again, it's a much cheaper alternative to talk to ChatGPT than it is to go to therapy. But I also know that ChatGPT has given, kids and teenagers very bad advice when it comes to taking care of their mental health.
It's just wrong a lot.
Yeah.
Like it's just flat out wrong a lot. I was actually reading a sports article today or a sports tweet of some kind where the guy had pointed out that he had asked AI for some information on some baseball players' stats, which you would think ostensibly would be the easiest thing for them to get right because it's just specific numbers. And he said they're just completely wrong. Like every one of the numbers was wrong. It wasn't at all what happened. And so on the one hand, are you even getting correct information in the case that everything has been given to the ChatGPT? On the other hand, are you arguing in good faith? Are you both putting information, like are you making your arguments together to ChatGPT? Or is one side leaving out the whole crazy thing they did and only giving the information that's going to make them sound like the good person?
Yeah, like I feel like already we're not always the best at communicating with the people around us. And I feel like this is going to be extremely bad for that because, wouldn't it be easier to talk to each other to kind of get to the root of a problem?
Yeah, I understand wanting somebody to kind of call balls and strikes on your relationship where you're like, am I being unfair? Are they being unfair? That kind of a thing. But I just don't think ChatGPT has the capability of understanding the nuance of the human relationship.
I don't think so either. And I mean, I've also read more and more stories of, young people getting into actual romantic relationships with AI. So it's like, this is all just really weird territory for me in terms of, not even necessarily weird, but like, it makes me kind of sad that like, this is where we're at, especially because we've got so many people craving that connection. And you're not going to get a legitimate replacement with it, with AI right now. It's
also, we talk about state of the economy kind of things all the time. If it was easier to go get actual therapy, if it wasn't so expensive, if people could have more access to it, especially younger people who maybe don't have the cash funds to do that yet, then maybe they would consider going to see a live human being first. Although maybe part of the allure of the ChatGPT thing is that you don't have to talk to a human. Yeah. That you can kind of have your thoughts with them without feeling judged because it's just the computer.
Yeah, there is that sort of faceless validation and advice, and feeling validated is a valid feeling when you're in a heated moment. So again, it's not that I don't understand the allure of why people might turn to ChatGPT to validate those feelings, but I feel like, if you're having a relationship problem or a problem within your relationship, this is not the way to solve it effectively or long term.
I just can't imagine being like, I know what you said, but it turns out ChatGPT agrees with
Right,
me.
like that's okay. But I just feel like it's going to cause more problems than it solves. But we always like to hear from you. You guys can chime in too, especially on our socials. I feel like it's really fun to watch you guys interact with each other in the comments in those cases. You can also always email us, team@coastlife.com. But we do have some more Coast Life to get to. That's coming up.